配信できてから俺、今のところ配信できるよって感じ。お、なんか始まってるっぽいが、あれでもなんかゼロでもなくて。こいつを見たいんだけど、あれなんだこりゃ。なんて見せまってんだこいつ。あれやってね。ちょっと待って、それやる前にURL わかんねえ。そもそもいけねえだろうな。URL が分かってねえ。ちょっと待って。なんだこりゃ。URL どこだ ?URL どこだい何をどうやるの URL さ。ごめん。これ。URL がわからん。これ見なきゃわかんねえのかな。これ、でもコピー入れるよな、これ確かに。そうか、わかったわかった。自分のだ。YouTube。
どう
これクリップ。ごめん。丸米ぶち込まない。丸米。あれ丸米。丸米動かね。動いた。よし。はいはい。できるかな。
わしのステイ、リアドさん、テスト。
できるみたいね。はい。じゃあちょっと、配信チェックします。とりあえず、一曲線やりながら歌えていく。ちょっと試しに最初一曲線やるだけにですね。だいぶレト変わったな、しかし。1050。2200、3100。じゃあ。トリプル4200、1225で。24000。はい、じゃあちょっと始めましょう。今一曲線をちょっとテストで行います。血を貼ってみようかな。血を貼ってみる。共有してみる。どうせ誰も来ねえだろうけど、だけど中の1時間。というわけで、大学かもわかんないけど、とりあえず一曲線やってみます。そう。あれ内部のコメント放送禁止しようかな。
East 1. The Dora is Green Dragon. The player is East.
I'd love to see some tile drawing magic here.
Let's see how this battle unfolds. Any calls on this? Took a pass for now. What to do with this tile? Still holding back. Who's going to make the first call here? Doubled up on a tile that was just discarded. Another useless draw. One step in the wrong direction. Who's going to pull away from the pack? Draws yet another simple. The player, one tile to Tempai.
It's important to find the best possible weight.
This table is so quiet I could hear a pin drop. Things are at a standstill. My, oh my, and there's the beach!
There are any number of responses here.
Question is, can the players survive this situation? Chasing beach!
There are
Ah, jeez! That's a roan from across the table.
with a fine.
あれこれそうなの計算間違ってる変だな。ああ、合ってんのか。なるほど。そうなの、風船に回るの。ごめんだけだ。
East 1. The Dora is the 5 of dots. The player is south.
I'd love to see some tile drawing magic here.
Let's see how this battle unfolds. The player, one step in the right direction.
This hand is really beginning to come together.
The player, two tiles to Tempai.
The next few tiles could make a huge difference.
The player is already one tile to Tempai.
This hand is very near completion.
ああ、そうするけど。なんでトーンシャーペ出ないの
Who's going to pull away from the pack? Doubled up on a tile that was just discarded. Any calls on this tile? Took a pass for now. Chasing beach!
I'm curious to see if this develops into a
Don't.
Ah, jeez!
あ、ダブルンだ。
Ah, jeez! That's roan from two players!
with a fine play.
他に仕込むんだ。
East 1. The Dora is the 9 of Bams. The player is East.
I'd love to see some tile drawing magic here.
Let's see how this battle unfolds.
なんか、風船になってるわ。
The player, already two tiles to Tempai.
This hand is really beginning to come together.
Who's going to make the first call here? The perfect tile! The player, Tempai! Draws yet another simple. One step in the wrong direction. Look at that! There it is! Beach!
That is a very confident reach.
The player across decides to match the player's discard.
The player across the table is a sim.
Chasing Deech.
This is a Deech shootout.
There's only one winner in a Deech shootout. The
ロンよ。
Ah, jeez. That's a roan from the right.
With a fine play.
5回できそうだったなまあいいや。
East 1. The Dora is the 7 of Bams. The player is South.
I'd love to see some tile drawing magic here.
Let's see how this battle unfolds. Any calls on this tile? Took a pass for now. The player, one step in the right direction.
This hand is really beginning to come together.
The player, 2 tiles to Tempai.
Betting on an influx of BAMs here.
Oh, wow, and there's a call. The player is already... What to do with this tile? Still holding back. Look at that Dora.
マジか
The player on the right follows suit here. Still no calls.
うわー何これ何ちっ
Who's going to pull away from the pack? Wow, look at that 2-bam. Tenpai on a natural Yakuman.
This will be a very nice time to catch a hand.
一応ならない
Oh, there it is. I hear a roan.
A tremendous hand right out of the gate. I'm very curious about the result.
はい
East 1. The Dora is White Dragon. The player is West.
The player dominated the last game. Will this match be just as explosive?
Let's see how this battle unfolds. Look at that north wind. The player, already 2 tiles to tempt. Any calls on this tile? Took a pass for now. Who's going to make the first call here? Another useless draw.
Maybe it is better to hold back without any white dragons visible.
Uh-oh, East has declared Deech.
I'm curious to see if this develops into a confrontation.
Will it be possible to catch up here?
This can't complete an open weight across the table.
The player, 1 tile to Tempai.
Betting on an
Chasing. Ah, jeez. The player suffers an unexpected loss.
何
俺の名を言ってみろ。
俺の名を言ってみろ一回終わったあとは歌おうあ、そういえばあれだな
East 1. The Dora is the 8 of dots. The player is West.
I'd love to see some tile drawing magic here.
Let's see how this battle unfolds.
あれこれなんでこれなんだろう。あ、間違えた。
The player, already 2 tiles to Tempai.
The dots are really coming together.
あ、
Any calls on this tile?
お
The player makes a call out of nowhere.
This lifts a heavy burden.
My, oh my, and there's the beach.
I'm curious to see if this develops into a confrontation.
Will it be possible to catch up here?
Decide.
ロン
Ah, jeez. That's a roan from the left.
That was a speed.
ちょっと歌おうかな。テストだから歌う。テストなんで歌います。
班長からパンツ丸見えじゃん。
何言ってんすかなんでそんなものある全然関係ないですよね。
キューピンと、
キューピンとファイナルでしょ。というわけで、何しようかな。よっ。ここが手がすぎ。
時代を生き抜いてたどり着くもの誰も理解できないこの世の全て未来を見渡して譲れないもの知恵の執着から闇の支配を想像もできない自分の
East 1. The Dora is East. The player is East. How does this starting hand look to you? Making use of the Dora is key here. Let's see how this battle unfolds. Any calls on the coach? The player makes a call out of nowhere.
Decided that dots aren't worth chasing.
Who will come out on top in this confrontation?
Betting on an influx of bands here.
The player on the right scored 3 Doras. The player 2 tiles to Tempai.
The bands are really coming together.
Another useless draw. I see storm clouds on the horizon. The player, one time. The player on the right. Here we have a con. The new Dora is north. The player, Tempai. The player across scored 3 Doras. Who's going to pull away from the pack? There it is. That's a roam from across the table.
With a fine play.
is west. The player is east.
I'd love to see some tile drawing magic here.
Let's see how this battle unfolds. The player gaining momentum.
The next few tiles could make a huge difference. I'm curious to see if this develops into confrontation.
Question is, can the player be calls on this side? Oh wow, and there's a call. The player's the player suffers an unexpected. East 1, the Dora is the 8 of dots. The player is west.
I'd love to see some tile drawing magic here.
Let's see how this battle unfolds. Look at that Dora. The player, one step in the right direction.
This hand is really beginning to come together.
The player on the left drops a pair. Who's going to make the first call here? The player, 2 tiles to tempo.
The next clue.
The player on the left calls west, but it's not a yes. East has declared east.
I'm curious to see if this develops into confrontation.
The player on the left, here we have a con. The new Dora is 8 dots. Ah, geez. That's a roan from across the table. East 1, the Dora is the 2 of dots. The player is south. How does this starting hand look?
A quick 10 pie is very much in the cards here.
Let's see how this battle unfolds. He calls on this to pass for now. The player is already 1 tile to set high.
This hand is very near completion.
Look at that. Unending tempo. Draws yet another symbol.
The player on the right is assuming that it's an open weight.
The player. Can this hand withstand the heat? The player on the left is playing cautious. The player can't quite get the job done on this hand. Oh my! There it is! I hear a roll!
Tremendous hand right out of the gate.
お疲れ様でした。試験放送今日で終わります。本当短かった。なるほど、試験放送だ。お疲れ。はい、お